This is You've Already Been Hacked, recorded on
29 May 2026. Welcome back to You've Already Been Hacked. I'm the Professor of CyberRisk, and our Cyber Cowboy is out this week celebrating a family member's college graduation. Congratulations to you, Cowboy. Everyone, you're just stuck with me, and I promise I will try not to get on my soapbox. Before we get into the news, a quick personal update. I've been running some beta tests, as I've mentioned before, on a project that we're working on here. I'm not ready to announce it fully yet, but I will say this: we are super close. The feedback came back, and it was good news, and a little more tweaking that still had to be done, which honestly is exactly what you want from a real beta. The signal is solid, the polish is not there yet, but we're going to keep going, and more on that when it's ready. Now, let's get into it. This week's theme, whether we planned it or not, is AI being used against you by nation states, by criminals, and by a point-and-click malware builder that costs less than your Netflix subscription? Let's get into it. Excuse me. Our top story, GreyVibe AI-powered cyber espionage against Ukrainian targets. The research firm WithSecure, one word, has published findings on a threat cluster they're calling GreyVibe, and it's worth your attention. GreyVibe has been active since at least August 2025, and they are running a sophisticated cyber espionage campaign against Ukrainian targets, including military, government, civilian, the full spectrum. Now, nothing here definitively proves nation-state attribution. As we've talked before, attribution is very difficult, but the indicators are not subtle. Malware control panels are in Russian, code comments are in Cyrillic, command and control servers are running on UTC-3 time. That's Moscow time, for those that don't know, and you can draw your conclusions from there. Again, not definitive, but it's quacking and sounding and walking like a duck right now, folks. What makes GreyVibe different and what makes this story our top story of the week is that they're using it to run their operations. No, excuse me, what they're using to run their operations. They're using ChatGPT, they're using Google Gemini, they're using Ideogram AI, multiple large language models running in parallel, generating their attack content for them. And I want to be specific on this, because it's not that they wrote a phishing email in ChatGPT. They might have, but that's not what we're talking about. This entire attack pipeline is running through AI, and that's the significance here. They have named attack chains: Phantom Mail, which delivers spear phishing emails via malicious archives hosted on Google Drive links; Phantom Click, which uses compromised websites for drive-by downloads; Princess Club, which runs sextortation style lures using AI generated intimate imagery; Drone Link targets military logistics personnel; Naboo impersonates Ukrainian government services. There's a lot of stuff going on. 5 distinct attack chains, each with AI generated content linguistically polished in both Russian and Ukrainian, with realistic imagery for attachments and landing pages. This is something that I've been warning everybody about for a while, and that is that the quality bar on phishing has just dropped through the floor. What used to require a skilled social engineer with native language fluency can now be done by anyone with API access and a credit card, or possibly even locally, depending on the scale of their hardware. This is not hyperbole. That's what WithSecure documented. On the malware side, they are also developing custom tools with AI assistance. Legion Relay and Phantom Relay are custom implant families supporting file theft, system fingerprinting, and RDP access setup. They're running custom obfuscators, which are called LookValps, LookVal.js, Daylight, and TSoup, specifically designed to defeat static analysis and signal-based detection. So, what can you or should you be doing about this right now? Well, email filtering that only looks at the sender reputation is not enough. You need to be analyzing attachment entropy, like patterns and behavioral indicators; endpoint detection that needs to be capable of identifying novel families in malware, not just signatures against a list; And your employer training needs to shift. Stop teaching to look for grammar errors. Start teaching to question the context. Why is someone you don't know sending military logistics information? Why is a government service you've never used suddenly emailing you? Things of that nature. The AI generated lore will look perfect, but the context is likely to still be what's off. Train for context, not for grammar. We're past that at this point. Let's see what do we got. In our next story, BTMOB, point and click Android malware as a service. It's a little. We just have a little short piece on this, but its implications are big. Etsy, ESET, has published research on BTMOB, an Android remote access Trojan being sold as malware as a service. And when I say malware as a service, I mean it. This thing has a graphical APK builder. You pick the permissions you want the malware to request, you define the behavior, you click build, you get a custom payload. There is no programming required. The feature set is what you'd expect from a full RAT or remote access Trojan. Contact and messaging theft, financial transaction interception, screenshot captures, full remote device control. The payloads hide its app's icon after install, so you won't see it if it's on your device. Disables Google Play Protect and prevents the device from sleeping to maintain persistence. That's fun. Watch your battery drain, everybody. It's distributed through phishing pages pretending to be streaming services and crypto mining platforms, redirecting victims to fake Google Play Store pages. Every campaign generates a new variant, which means single signature defenses are useless against it. It's primarily active in Brazil and Latin America right now, but these platforms don't stay regional, they follow the money. The practical response here for you is if your organizations are using Android devices, enforce sideloading restrictions through your MDM. Behavior-based model threat detection, not hash matching. And keep Android OS and Google Play services current across your fleet. It's basic, but it's basic. It's exactly what you need to do to help protect yourself right now. Just the fundamentals. Let's see. Next story. Bumblebee, Perplexity's open source supply chain scanner. In a piece of good news, which as those that have been listening for a while know, we try to shuffle some good news in here. Perplexity, yes, the AI search company, has released an open source developer security scanner called Bumblebee. And the pinch here is simple. When supply chain incidents hit, the first question is always, do my developers have this installed? Bumblebee answers that question. And this is not a sponsorship. This is just out there for everybody. So take it for what it's worth. It scans developer laptops for risky packages, browser extensions, and AI tool configurations. It checks npm packages, Python, virtual environments, and IDE extensions against known compromised artifact databases. I like this because it's read only. No subscription, no cloud telemetry, no AI dependency in the scanning engine itself, and it doesn't call home. Self-hosted wondered. It just looks at what's on the machine and tells you if something is wrong. This came out of recent incidents, the Axios NPM compromise, the PyPy light LLM poisoning, where malicious code got through popular dependency channels. We talked about all this in weeks prior. Most organizations have decent vulnerability, not vulnerability, probably, but visibility into their CI and CD pipelines, and almost nobody has real visibility into what's sitting on an individual developer's machine. This is probably true. Bumblebee fills that gap. If you have a development team, especially one that relies heavily on open source dependencies, evaluate this. It's free, which I like, it's open source, and the risk of running it is essentially zero. Audit your existing developer workstations, establish a process for scanning when new supply chain advisories drop, and implement package integrity checking, lock files, hash pinning across all development environments. Not glamorous, but necessary. And in our last story, maybe I should have made that the previous one our exit, but you got your good one first. This one hits a little bit closer to home for me. As someone familiar with Minecraft, Minecraft might find it relevant as well, and that's all I'm going to say. A Bleeping Computer forum user reported a social engineering attack that started on Roblox. Someone reached out, built rapport over the course of a day, then steered the victim towards downloading Minecraft mods from an untrusted website. What followed was suspected malware infection involving credential harvesting and session cookie theft, and then extortion. The mechanisms are textbook. Establish trust on a platform the target already uses and trusts, redirect to an external download, and deploy malicious software. Leverage whatever you capture. What makes this worth mentioning is that Roblox has over 70 million daily active users. Most of them are kids. Download these cool mods type of thing is an extremely low friction social engineering hook for that particular demographic. I know this because my small ones play Minecraft and Roblox and a bunch of other games. But I have taught them well as the professor of CyberRisk. I have taught them to question that stuff first. Don't just download it. They don't. They will Google it. They will research to see if there's reviews on it. They will do some of the basic stuff they do. And then after they've done that, then they come to dad. And then that dad will do the final analysis for them and say, yep, go install it, or no, don't trust that. And that's it. And there's no fight or argument. They have learned that lesson. I'm very proud of my boys. Let's see. This bypasses enterprise security entirely because it's targeting personal devices outside organizational control through a gaming platform. The guidance here is about awareness more than the technology. You really need to talk to the young people in your life about not downloading software recommended by strangers online, even strangers they've talked to for a day and feel like they know. That is trust, but that trust was built intentionally. That's the whole play, is to get the young person's guard to come down. Endpoint protection on personal gaming devices is something to look at. Parental controls that restrict external downloads and awareness that illicit style follow-on attacks are common once cookies or screenshots are captured. Help your young ones protect themselves, especially now that here in the States we're in summer and these kids are going to be playing video games a lot. I hope not as much as, some, but get them outside, get them to play like we used to, but they will be playing them a lot. And now more than ever, you got to just help these people, these kids be safe. You really do. Well, that's it for this week. A lot of AI-powered espionage, something that we have been talking about for a while and warning, and here it is. Point-and-click malware factories, protecting our kids, and then there was a piece of good news that there's a new free tool out there that might just help you. Cyber Cowboy will be back next week. I'm the professor of CyberRisk. That's all the news for this week, and we'll talk again soon.
If you like this podcast, share it with your colleagues and friends. Your support is how we are able to continue to make this content. Thank you.